Oh, hi.
Hello!
Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be trying out some vegan and vegetarian frozen meals.
We're not normally people who eat frozen meals, but frozen meals are getting better, and vegetarian and vegan ones are getting much better these days, so we thought we'll give them a go.
Yeah, so we went to three different supermarkets. We've got 5 different frozen meals here. We're going to cook them all up and tell you what we think. We do not have high expectations. We don't expect frozen food to be amazing, but maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised by something.
And this is an excuse to just spend a bit of money and maybe we'll find a gem, or maybe they'll all be rubbish, but join us on this journey.
First up was this Plantry brand frozen pad thai, which cost $7. The packaging describes it as delicious, prepared by professional chefs, freshly made and snap frozen, and using quality ingredients. Here we are. This one is the Plantry plant-based food company.
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai, vegan friendly.
I'm a big Pad Thai fan. It doesn't look like a Pad Thai.
It's a bit dry looking. And the noodles, where are the noodles? They're under all of this stuff.
Yeah, well, obviously there's no egg. Egg's a big part of Pad Thai, but also things like nuts. I don't see any nuts.
These could be, it smells a bit nutty. No, I think that's fake meat.
Well, I think we should give it a go and see how it is. But
it's all stuck together.
One glutinous blob, just like all good frozen meals should be.
And the noodles are just sort of breaking apart.
At first, it tastes like a Pad Thai at the very beginning. Then it gets very chalky and dry. The meat is got a very bad texture. It tastes like really, like you've put meat in the fridge and you let it just dry out.
The flavor is good. I can taste like the lemony Pad Thai flavor and the peanut. There is a peanut flavor too, but I don't feel any pieces of peanut crunching in my mouth. It is just overwhelmingly dry.
Yeah.
There's chunks of noodle that are all stuck together and hard, and they're really chewy.
I think one of the big parts of a Pad Thai is it actually tastes fresh. This does not taste fresh at all. It tastes frozen. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Who knew that a frozen meal would taste like frozen food? And it is, look at this, it's all just stuck together. It's disappointing for, I think we paid $9 for this. It's not worth the money.
$9.
You could get a much fresher, tastier meal.
I would pay $3 for this. So,
but look, if you're stuck somewhere with only a microwave and you're really hungry, it's not awful. It's not terrible. It's just not very good.
So what do you say out of 10?
I would give it a 5.
Oh, I was going to give it a 4.
Okay, that sounds pretty reasonable.
4.5?
All right, 4.5. Next up was the Super Nature Super Vegan Wellness Bowl, green chickpea curry variety. This is described as aromatic green chickpea curry topped with pepita seeds, served on a bed of quinoa and brown rice with sides of kale, spinach, broccoli, sugar snap peas, and purple cabbage. Sounds good, right?
What do we have here, apart from a smell in the apartment of overcooked broccoli?
It is the Super Vegan Wellness Bowl, green chickpea curry with quinoa and brown rice.
As you can see, this congealed, I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be.
I think that's supposed to be the curry.
Okay, it's congealed. The spinach is done the thing that all spinach does when it gets overcooked.
There's kale and spinach in there, so it's both.
It's just overcooked. It reminds me very much of growing up when all the veggies were overcooked and just overboiled.
Yeah.
It does not look appetizing. It smells very much like broccoli overcooked.
Yeah, when we took it out of the microwave, it was just like, ooh, broccoli. I like broccoli.
So here's to a wellness green chickpea curry. Some rice down the bottom. The curry is not bad. Curry and rice is not that bad. I'm going to try some of the greens, which I already know how this is going to taste.
It's going to taste like broccoli.
It tastes like nothing. It's all overcooked. Give it a go.
Oof, it's hot. Try and mix it together. Look, there's red cabbage under there.
Yeah.
And quinoa. Ooh. I like all of these ingredients. Like, these are all ingredients that I would eat.
If it was fresh, it would be great.
The curry is nice. Yeah,
the curry's good. And the rice.
It's a nice curry flavor.
The rice is pretty average, but it works well. If it was just curry and rice, it would be pretty good.
The chickpeas are fine. It's the greens that are letting it down because the greens are so overcooked. So like this green bean, snap pea. What is it?
it's a
green
pea.
bean.
But
sugar snap pea.
Sugar snap pea.
That's what it's.
But if you compare it to the picture on the front, it's nothing like it.
Yeah,
so
it's a very sad pea.
I'm giving that aesthetically, it looks terrible. It looks watery. It looks overcooked. Again, the curry is what's making it palatable. So I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 10.
I'm really torn. I think I enjoyed the pad thai more, so I want to give this a lower score. But I feel there's probably more nutrition in this than in the pad thai. Like, at least you're getting fiber, and some vitamins might have survived the microwaving process.
We're doing this according to the instructions on the packaging, so we're giving it what they recommend. So we're not using the oven, we're only doing what they say, which is straight in the microwave, which, as you know, always destroys flavor. It always oversteams stuff and never really does a good job.
Would I buy this again? Again, no. I think my money would be better spent getting some fresh vegetables and a packet of sauce and making something.
A packet of curry, just some basic green curry on some rice with some fresh vegetables, which would probably cost the same amount this would. A little bit more effort.
Oh, I also want to talk about this portion size because this is tiny. This is not a lot of food. There's barely any rice, which would be what fills you up. And so they get away with calling it low calorie because there's not much food in there.
No, you're right. We've just been picking at it and we've already eaten half the bowl. And I feel like we've had an appetizer.
I want to give it 4.
4?
Yeah.
So you think this is worse than the pad thai?
Yeah, I think it's less filling and less tasty.
I would have this over the pad thai.
Okay. I think they're pretty similar. On a par with each other, I think.
Well, we've got a few more to go, so hopefully we can score higher in this chart.
On to the next thing.
This was another meal from the Super Nature Super Vegan range, this time a pumpkin parmigiana. The packet promised a pumpkin and sweet potato parma, topped with everything from tomato sauce and chia seeds to miso and coconut mornay sauce. It also included peas and potato wedges. Overall, it sounds like a lot of bang for your buck, but is it any good?
This is the Super Vegan Pumpkin Parmigiana.
So this is very interesting. You do not see parmas in frozen meals very often for a reason, because they should be crispy and crunchy with the nice sauce on top. So this comes with chips, which also should be crispy. Yeah, this is interesting.
I've not had potatoes that microwave well in the past, so I'm expecting these to be sort of soft and soggy and not great, but it smells really good. The mustard.
Mustard is interesting. Again, if you're not from Australia, parmas and pubs are super common. They're everywhere. In fact, when I first moved here 20 years ago, I saw the words parma and pot in the window. I had no idea what that meant. But yeah, parma, pretty much staple in every pub, and I can't even see the parma in this.
Are you going to explain what a pot is?
No. Not even slightly.
For the non-Australians. So a pot is just the size of a serving of beer. So you get a pint, which is your big glass, and a pot is your smaller glass.
Half pint.
Half a pint,
yes.
Usually, yeah.
I think this is your turn to go first. And
all right, let's see.
I'm kind of scared because I want this to be good because I love a good parma.
I can't find the... Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's...
it's
there's no resistance there whatsoever.
Soft. It is vegetable. It's not chicken, so I expect it to not need a knife to like cut it open. But hey, let's see. So this is pumpkin and sweet potato in the
Parmigiana part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any of the cheese.
Cheese sauce.
Get some of the
Around
cheese. Ugh. Oh, the cheese sauce does not look
It doesn't
good.
look like cheese. It's like a lumpy bechamel. Oh, that texture is the texture of soft mashed potatoes.
It's very mushy. Mushy texture. The flavor is not bad. It's very tomatoey. Is there like a leek in there or something?
Maybe. It tastes like mashed up vegetables. I would not call it a parma. The cheese sauce is what it is.
Fine. It's fine.
I'll try a bit of potato.
The tomato sauce is a very standard tomato sauce that you would get in any sort of cheap meal.
The potatoes, because they're covered in mustard, they taste like
mustard, turmeric, and nigella.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to give a good opinion here.
It's not terrible.
It's not good though.
It's not good. They're not as bad as like reheated microwave chips, but they don't have any crispiness to them.
They've got that chewiness that reheated chips does, which is not a pleasant texture. Peas are good.
Peas are good.
Can't
go wrong with peas.
Frozen peas are always good. But there's no way I would ever call this a parma, even slightly.
No, there's no structure to it. Can that camera see it?
Yes.
So this is the patty, I suppose, the schnitzel,
and
it just falls apart.
And it's just mash.
It's just squished up vegetables. I was kind of expecting it to be like a slice of pumpkin that they'd breaded.
Yeah.
We should try that. That sounds good. I want that. Oh, it's so soft.
Okay. Actually, I want to say the cheese sauce. I'm actually coming around. I'm actually liking this cheese sauce.
Okay, yeah.
It actually is.
Let me try it again.
It's very sweet.
Yeah. It's got a tangy. I think it's got nooch in it. I think I read on the ingredients.
Good
I think
old
there's
nooch.
nutritional yeast in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's a Mornay style sauce, and I was wondering, how do you make a Mornay style sauce without cheese? And I think the answer is nooch.
Yeah, if you don't know what Mornay sauce is, it's just a bechamel with lots of cheese in it. So this is obviously just some emulsified nooch paste. It's actually pretty good. I would give I give the nooch paste 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The schnitz 0.5.
Yeah, it's a very disappointing schnitzel.
And these chips 2. So I think all up, I'm going to give this a 3.
I think they've done a good job of hiding bad food with good flavor. I'm not upset about any of these flavors. It's texture and quality.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Those potatoes. They don't even taste like potato. It's like not pleasant.
Texture clothed in mustard.
So no, I would not be buying this one again.
No, me
And this
neither.
is the one I had expectations for.
It seemed the most interesting.
Well, the next two are out of the oven because they have oven instructions on there. So that may give them a leg up. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, maybe the oven is a superior heating up method of frozen food.
Really?
Let's
I
find
would never
out.
have guessed.
Next to be tested was Amy's Kitchen plant-based ravioli, containing organic spinach, vegan ricotta-style cheese, and a tomato sauce. The way it slipped out of the bowl as a solid frozen puck of food did not look very promising, but into the oven it went. All right, next up today is Amy's Kitchen ravioli. This is how it's supposed to look.
Now, don't get many vegan raviolis out there. It's normally the vegetarian ones are ricotta. But this one, what's it got in the middle here?
It's got spinach and vegan cheese. So it didn't turn out very saucy. The sauce got a bit dry.
This is because this is the first one we've done in the oven, and ovens do dry things out. So
Yeah, this one was uncovered in the oven. The next one we're going to eat was covered in foil for most of the time, and then you take the foil off near the end. But this was just uncovered, according to their packet instructions, uncovered the whole time. So you can see the sauce got a bit dried up here. How's the taste?
it tastes like mediocre ravioli.
Oh, good. Again, like I feel like it's going to be in the same thing as the pad thai with the noodles. Like you can't.
The
Pasta only gets so bad, you know?
The biggest problem is the filling to noodle ratio is way off. So the filling is actually pretty good. The sauce is average. There's too much pasta to filling. This would be fine as a side dish to something.
I couldn't really taste the filling in there. I couldn't taste this vegan ricotta. It's not terrible.
No, it's probably the best one today, but I wouldn't. It's very samey flavor. It's not great, but it's way better than some of the other things we've had.
I do like this filling. It's a good filling. Now, we got these on special. This was only $4. I think they're usually more than that. If I can find the price, I'll put it on the screen now. So yeah, for $4, this isn't too bad. It's very inoffensive.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving it a super low score.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 5 or a 6.
5.5. That's what I was going for.
Oh.
5.5. It's not fantastic. I'd eat it, but it is what it is.
Lastly, we had another offering from Amy's Kitchen, a Mexican casserole bake. This promised us organic black beans and corn, topped with enchilada sauce and melted cheese. This one was not vegan, as it had real cheese, so this one was just for Ben.
All right, lucky last, we have Amy's Kitchen Mexican casserole bake.
Now, this one's only just me because Dee doesn't eat dairy cheese, while I do. I've got a bit of a higher hope for this because it is beans and it is cheese, and whatever that is. So
What is that?
I don't know, but
Is it a piece of like chickeny something?
is there fake chicken in this? What have we got?
Let's see. We have vegetables.
There's definitely chunks. There's added chunks.
Nope.
Well, mystery chunks.
It could be a vegetable.
Yeah, like this is hard to get wrong. This is like a frozen burrito in a bowl. Okay. The chunks taste like bread.
Maybe that's corn masa. That's like the ingredient they make tortillas out of.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like soft tortilla. I'm not a big fan of that because it's wet bread, and wet bread's not good. But flavor-wise, it's supermarket Tex-Mex. You can't go wrong with it. It's average. This is a solid 5.5 across the board. I'll eat it. If I was home alone and feeling lazy, I'll eat this.
Again, this was on special. So again, $4, which I'm assuming is a bargain. Again, I'll look up the regular price if I can find it and put it here.
Like this is I think the best of the 5 we've had today. This has been in the oven, unlike the other ones. This probably would taste just the same in the microwave, honestly.
Yeah. And look, for the amount of effort this was and time, it was 40 minutes in the oven with foil on, and then you to provide your own foil. Then you take the foil off and put it in for another 10 minutes. I think you could make yourself a better meal in that time.
Yeah, again, like this is the thing where you can have some beans, some packet mix from the supermarket of Mexican stuff, some rice, some corn from a can.
Yeah.
It would be faster and easier to put some cheese on top. And probably at the same price if it wasn't on special.
True.
I think we all know that this is the land of the lazy.
Yeah.
And the tired and the overworked, not the land of people who like eating good food.
Yeah. And you're paying for the convenience.
Let us know what you think or if you've tried any of these.
And what's your favorite frozen vegetarian or vegan meal to your go-to when you're feeling lazy?
Because I've not found a good one yet. And I know there are good non-vegetarian and vegan instant meals out there, TV meals, but I've yet to find one in this category. And it'll be good to know, especially if they're in Australia, but if you're in the rest of the world and you have one, let us know.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
I didn't really taste the filling.
Good.
No, I don't.
You do so.
No, I don't.
There you go.
Chickpea. That's my spot.